Hey everyone, I'm back!
Girl, what you settling for? Yeah, we ballin', we settling score. You know I need that scene and scene that down. I'm trying to win more.
Hi everyone, it's Yvonne here, and I'm back. Yes, I am finally back after leaving for, I don't know, 1, 2, April 2. Hey everyone, it's Yvonne here, and I am finally back. Yes, your girl is finally back, ready to make YouTube videos for you. I am coming back harder than ever, you feel me? And I'm gonna bring you the content that you want to see. So yes, legal videos, puppy videos, all that. I'm officially back, baby, and I'm sorry for that 5-6 month hiatus. My bad, your girl was lazy. And for today's video, I'm gonna give you 6 legal tips on how to make friends in law school. Before we begin, make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit that like button. And if you're not already, follow my Instagram. Trust me, I am super active on it, and I am giving 100% of my life, my sweat, my blood, and my tears to give you guys legal tips that you can use on there. Okay, I'm gonna start with tip number 1, and tip number 1 is get on social media. Yes, I know some of you guys don't like social media. Some of you guys feel very cringy about making friends via social media. Okay. Yeah. Some of you guys want to be ghost online. Don't want any of your law classmates knowing who you are, what you're doing in your personal time. But guess what? That's a sure way of you making no friends. Most of my friends surprisingly came from social media before school even started. So, recommendation, what I personally did, I joined my school's Facebook group page. So mine was like Northwestern Class of 2020. I was able to see all my classmates online, and what did I do? And on the homepage, I saw a bunch of students just introducing themselves, saying like where they're from, why they're going to law school, and when they were moving to Chicago, and if anyone wanted to meet up for coffee or lunch or, I don't know, shopping. And I was like, okay, this is a thing. People are actually putting themselves out there, and although it seems like a cringy moment, my recommendation is to do so. Put yourself out there. It's not time to go ghost, okay? It ain't that time, okay? If you go ghost, you're gonna be in law school by yourself, and who really wants to do that? So I put myself out there. You know, I said, hi, my name is Kamisha, I'm from Maryland, blah blah blah, looking forward to meet everyone. And after I posted that, I noticed that there was another post like right above mine from a girl who was saying, hey, she is very nervous to start law school. She would appreciate anyone, you know, chatting with her earlier to calm her nerves, or if anyone wanted to vent with her with this process and just talk about fears or concerns that they have. And I was just like, oh my gosh, that's me. I'm scared. I have fears. And I replied, and I was like, yo, I will talk to you. We can meet up. And so we did. And guess what? To this day, she was my law school bestie. We went to diversity orientation together. We went to regular orientation together. We found out we were in the same section. So we were inseparable in law school. And that was only because I put myself out there on the Facebook group message. And I even made another good friend from Facebook messaging too, who I guess noticed me on our class's Facebook group page, and he saw where I went to school, saw my timeline of like when I graduated from college, and was like, hey, I'm straight out of college just like you, we should be friends. So, you know, just finding those commonalities online is a great way to make friends. If you don't have a social media, just make a Facebook for the time being, just so you're just in the loop. And pro tip, if you are on Facebook, you're gonna see upper class law students selling their books online for the cheap. So if you want to get really good used textbooks instead of wasting hundreds of dollars at the bookstore, I recommend going on social media, buying textbooks from those upperclassmen. And you can only do that if you're active on social media. So be active, not inactive. Tip number 2, join extracurricular clubs. To be honest, I really thought extracurricular clubs was not a thing. I thought after you graduated from college, like, that's it. Like, law school is 100% professional. We're not trying to play basketball, soccer, volleyball on the side. But thank God I was wrong, because we definitely need outlets because we're so stressed in law school. So recommendation, join an extracurricular club, because that is a sure way to make friends and create a little family. So like, you have, again, the sports related extracurricular clubs that you can join, but you also have different clubs, such as there are a lot of affinity group club organizations. For instance, they have the Black Law Student Association, or the Hispanic Student Association, or the Asian Student Association, and you get to connect with people that look like you and can relate with you culturally. And it's just really valuable to have that kind of support, especially during law school, where you will be going through the most stressful time. Then you have clubs that can relate to any interest you have. My experience at Northwestern, there was a club for practically anyone. Okay, I'm talking about, they had a Texas Law Club for students that live or really like Texas. They had an a cappella group for those students who like singing, and they had people who were interested in labor and employment, or maybe they like environment and want to go pick some leaves. I don't know. They even had a law school club for Christians, and I was pretty fond of that because I am a Christian myself. So before I forget, also 9 times out of 10 when you also join a club, you will also receive a legal mentor in that club. And honestly, having an upperclassman as a mentor to tell you the ropes of what to do, what not to do, chef's kiss, okay? Because you need all the help you can get. All right. Tip number 3, create or join a study group. Now listen to me well. Law school is very competitive. People will step on your toes to get the higher grade, and you don't want to be at the bottom of your class with the worst score. So what do you do to not be at the bottom? You create or join a study group. Yes, it's uncomfortable putting yourself out there. Yeah, no one wants to be like, hey, you guys want to join my study group? Or, can I join your study group? Yeah, like, it's awkward, period. We all know this. But guess what? Would you rather be awkward for a second, or would you rather get the lowest grade in the class? Yeah, not a hard decision on my part. So get that study group, because those people will end up also becoming your family, because when you're in a study group, you want all members of that study group to succeed. Tip number 4, go to bar review. And let me explain what bar review is first, because I did not know. I really honestly thought that bar review was a session where students started studying for the bar exam weekly and go over bar prep materials. I'm telling you, I thought this was bar review for a good 3 months of law school, and it's not. So congrats to me for thinking such a silly thought. But anyways, bar review is basically a weekly hangout session where students go to a bar that is picked by an organization for the week, and they just socialize. They chat, they eat, they dance, they meet other law students. It's just not 1Ls, it's not just 2Ls, it's not just 3Ls, it's like the whole school. I will say my first year of law school, after I found out it wasn't a study session, I still didn't go to bar review much because I was just stressed out as a 1L, and that's okay and that's fine. So if you don't got time for bar review, it's really fine, because you have the 2L and the 3L year to make it up and to make new friends. Okay, tip number 5. Befriend some 2Ls and 3Ls. Said you need that advice on what to do, what not to do, what classes you should take, what classes you shouldn't take, what professors are hard, What professors you should avoid. Like, who is going to give you that advice? The 2Ls or 3Ls. So befriend them. You can find them at bar review. You can find them at extracurricular clubs. Heck, you can find them walking down the hall of the school. Just befriend some 2Ls. Ask one of them to be your mentor if you want to be a little spicy, and benefit from their knowledge because they got the keys. And here it is, the last juicy tip. Tip number 6. You need to attend networking events. And this is crucial because, yes, we all want friends in law school with our peers, but we also really need to make friends with actual lawyers, because making friends in the legal profession early is great for networking purposes, and 9 times out of 10 is probably how you're going to secure a job in the future. So my recommendation is to attend networking events. They have tons of events for lawyers, such as banquets, or a lot of law firms come and host events at the school. Or maybe you do a cold call email, or join LinkedIn, find the person that works at a place that you're interested in, ask them for the opportunity to set up a coffee or a virtual chat, something so you can learn more about who they are, what they do, and how they got to the position that they're in. Another thing you can do is ask them to mentor you. I know that's also, again, cringy moment, but trust me, they're willing to help. And I almost forgot. Another way you can meet lawyers is just attend panels at school. Every single school has a panel or event of alumni coming in saying, hey, I was a student just like you, and guess where I am now. And once they finish their session, just go to the front, talk to them, tell them that you want more time to speak with them, or ask them any questions that you may have about the legal profession. So that's all I have for today. Again, your girl is back on YouTube, so stay tuned because I'm gonna have more content for you, I promise. And check out my Instagram because I'm always on there. Alright, see you.